because I was only with her since 3 o'clock. So, like, seemingly, yes.
Alright, I apologize for the lighting, but I want to make this video because I've been struggling for like the past hour trying to figure out what's wrong with the shifter. As you can see, it just will not shift at all. The bike's in first, this is doing nothing. So what I found online is that maybe when I put the lever on, I push that rod, I pushed the shifting rod too far back and I disengaged something on the other side of the bike. So, came around here. So, I'm gonna take the crankcase cover off and see what's going on inside. Alright, so let me show you now what happens when I move the shifter lever. So, on the other end of that shifter lever, there's this. This is the other end of it. So, I'm going to tap that in, push it in to the other end, in hopes that that will re-engage something that has been disengaged along here. Alright, I'm going to click the shifter again. Okay, that's promising. Oh. Okay. Looks like it came loose again. Let me whack it again, see if we can get it to engage. Alright, so weirdly, now when I shift down, it is bouncing back like it should, but when I shift up, it just holds, and I have to push it back. So, I'm going to tinker with it a little bit off camera, but I may end up taking off the clutch. Alright, so before I take anything else apart in the engine, I'm going to take off the chain cover and take a look at the shifter shaft. I have a guess that it got misaligned because there's a little snap ring on there and a washer, and I think those came out of the grooves they're supposed to be in. Alright, so this is the shifter shaft, and you can see it goes in there to a seal. Now, there is supposed to be a washer that covers that whole seal, and then a snap ring that goes on after it and holds the washer in place and gets rid of this issue of the shifter moving too far towards the right and getting disengaged. I don't have either the washer or the circlip, nor do I have, as much as I pull it out, the shifter shaft, and try to feel for it, I don't have a groove for a snap ring. I don't know why that is, but regardless, my solution is going to be I'm going to have to look for a little locking collar to put on there, but obviously it's nighttime now and the hardware store is closed, so I'm gonna have to do that in the morning. Alright, so it's next morning. I hope you can see better what I'm talking about. There's supposed to be a circlip groove here to put a washer in the circlip to keep this from moving in and out. And I just cannot seem to find that groove. So I just went to the hardware store and got this little stop collar with an Allen key set screw and this big washer. This is a 12mm shaft, and the washer has to be at least 20 millimeters. I can only find like imperial measurements, so this is a 1/2 inch and I think like 2 inch round, 1/2 inch inner diameter, and this is 1/2 inch inner diameter, I think 1 inch round. So that'll fit though. That's the closest I can find anyway. Let's see, does it fit? Alright, so after a minute on the belt sander, I got the bottom half of this washer taken down a little bit. Now I can throw it on there, and that's just to protect the seal, the oil seal. Alright. Alright, so the point of this video is to try to get this problem fixed, which is a semi-common problem, without having to take apart the clutch and the oil pump and the oil filter. So that means basically this is the best view we get of whatever's going on. It seems like that groove, can you see that groove right there? In this, I think it's, I don't know, maybe that's a gear drum, I'm not sure what that is, but that is where this arm has to be. And as you can see, it's pretty easy for that thing to pop out. Let me see what there you are, see? I just pushed that with my finger out of the drum. And so I think what happened is, you're right, that gets pushed out, and then it doesn't help if this shaft can move side to side because you're missing your circlip and everything. So you can push that back in. Aha! Okay. Well, you have as good an idea as I do of what I was just doing. I was basically just trying to mess with everything, and it looks like I might be in better shape now. It also seems like there's really no way to tell until the bike is together and rolling, because this thing really doesn't want to shift unless there's some momentum in the wheel anyway. But I'll show you where we're at. So, and also I think it'll just be useful to see, because I didn't understand any of this. I don't understand any of this until I've just been taking a look at the bike. So, check this out. So this right here, this little nub, this is basically, so I don't know any of the real names for this, but I'll just tell you how I understand it. So this is basically, if you're doing exactly what I'm doing, this is going to be the visual indicator of what gear you're in. So you can see this, oh, this little piece, right? That is right up against the nub. I'll show you what I mean now. If I turn that, oh, well, it's right up against the nub, and I'm in first gear. So now, let me see what I can do here. Shifting it. There you are. Now, you can see it's in the next nub over. See how there's that thing it was sitting up against before. And now the roller is in this next little hump. And now, the bike is in neutral. So let me try to get it to shift again. Great. So now, see how I used to be in that hump. Even before that I was in that hump way down there. And now I'm up on this ridge. And that tells me, oh, that I'm in second. Alright, so I'll try to shift again just to show you. Got back into neutral by just pushing this. And I can get into first now by pushing it. And back out if I wiggle the wheel and pull it. Neutral now. Pull it again. Second. Yeah. Here's third. Fourth. And fifth. Now I can hopefully Alright. Anyway, I hope that explanation helped a little bit. Basically, it's this roller is going to tell you what gear you're in based on what lump or sort of what crest or valley it's in on this little drum here. And you can change it by pushing this so long as this arm is in that groove. And I'm hoping that now that I'm all aligned, it'll stay in that groove when I put it back together. So I'm gonna try that now. Try to shift it from the other side now that everything's together. Alright, so we're on the other side now. I'm in neutral. I can shift down into first. Can, if I wiggle, shift back up into neutral. Shift up into second, down into neutral, down into first. So I've got my shifting back, and so I think there's very little play in the shifter shaft. And so now I'm gonna get all the covers back on, and hopefully that is this problem solved. Hopefully this is the last clip of the video. Problem is solved and the bike works. If not, then there'll be a clip after this where I keep trying to troubleshoot. Thanks for watching.